Hello guys, welcome back to this series on C++ program. In this video, we will learn about conditions, if, else. So let's start. A program consists of a list of commands to be done in order. A program cannot choose whether or not to perform a command in the program. Also, a program cannot perform the same command more than one time. So, C++ and other programming languages resolve this problem by using conditional statements, like if-else conditional statement. In this video, we will learn about if-else statement. So, let's start. So, what is the if statement? You can use the if statement to specify a block of C++ code to be executed or not if a condition is true. So, we have this following syntax. So, we have if, and we have between parentheses the condition. If this condition is true, this code will be executed. Block of code. So this is the syntax of if. Let me explain again. We have if, we have condition between parentheses. If this condition is satisfied, so this block of code will be executed. If this condition is not satisfied, this block of code will not be executed. Let's take an example. Here, for example, we have if 20 is bigger than 80, for example, just a simple example, say out 20 is greater than 80. Just a simple example. Now let's execute and see the result of this code. As a result, we have an output 20 is greater than 18. So the code inside the if has been executed. Why? Because this condition is satisfied. This condition is true. So if the condition is true, the code here will be executed. If the condition is not true, this code will not be executed. So let's change this condition to false. So now the condition is not true because 20 is not less than 18. Let's now execute and see the result. We don't have nothing on the screen. So this code of if statement is not executed. Why? Because this condition is false. Let's take another example and test with variables. So let's take this code in comment. Here, let's take a variable, for example, int a is equal to 20, and we have int b is equal to 80. Now, if a is bigger than b, so we will get a message on the screen. So we will get the out a is greater than b. Let's test this program. As a result, we have a is greater than b. So we can use also if by using variables. This condition is true. That's why the code inside the if is satisfied or is executed. Now let's change this code to false. And you will see that you will not get nothing on this screen. As you can see here, we don't have nothing displayed on the screen. Why? Because this condition is not satisfied. I hope you understand the basic idea of if. So what do you have to keep in your mind? If the condition is satisfied, the code inside the if will be executed. If this condition is not satisfied, is equal to false, so the compiler will jump this code and continue the other code. We have the else statement. We can use the else statement to specify a block of code to be executed if the condition is false. So, if the condition of if is false, there is another code to execute. Let's see the syntax. So, we have if we have here our condition. We have here some block of code. To be executed, else we will get another code to execute. Yeah, block of code. So here, as you can see, if this condition is satisfied, this condition is true, this block of code will be executed. If this condition is false, so the code inside the else will be executed. Let's take an example to understand better. Let's close the comment. Here, for example, int time, it's equal to 20. If time is less than, for example, 80, if time is less than 80, so we will write say out, for example, just good day. Now we will add the else. So if this condition is not satisfied, this code will be executed. We will write say out good evening. Just another simple example to be executed. Now let's try this example and see. So as a result, we have on the screen good evening. Why? We have here the value inside the variable time is 20. So if time is less than 18, this condition is not satisfied. This condition is false. So the compile will jump the code inside the if, the code of if finish in this level, and will start the code by else. So the code inside the else will be executed. So we will have say out good evening. Now let's change the code. We have here good day. Why? Because time now it's equal to 20 and time is bigger than 80, so this condition is true. So this code will be executed and the code inside the else will be jumped. So the code inside the if or inside the else depend on the condition between parentheses. If this condition is true, the code inside the if will be executed. If this condition is false, the code inside the else will be executed. It's simple. You just have to understand the main idea of this if-else. Sometimes we need multiple conditions. So there is another statement that we call else-if. We use the else-if statement to specify a new condition if the first condition is false. Let's see the syntax. So we have if condition 1, block of code, else if. We have here condition 2, block of code will be executed, and we have else another block of code to be executed. So here we have more than one condition. We have to test two conditions. If this condition is true, this code will be executed. If this condition is false, the compiler will come to this else if, will test this condition. If the condition 2 is true, this code will be executed. If this condition 2 is not true, is not satisfied, so the compiler will execute just the block of code inside the else. Let's take an example and see the difference. So here we will just change the same example. We have time, for example, it's equal to 22. If time is less than 10, so we will write, for example, good morning. If this condition is not satisfied, we will test another, else if time is less than 20, so say out good day. If this condition is false, the compiler will come to the else and will write say out good evening. So here, let me explain again. We have times equal to 22. If the time is less than 10, so the compile will execute this code, say out good morning. So we will get good morning on the screen. If this condition is not true, the compile will come here and test the second condition. We have if time is less than 20, so the compile will execute this code and we will get on the screen good day. If this condition is false, so the compile will come here to the else and will give us on the screen good evening. Now we have times equal to 22. Let's test. As a result, we have good evening. Why? Here we have times equal to 22. This condition is not satisfied, so this code will not be executed. Times equal to 22. Also, the second condition is not satisfied, it's false, so this code will not be executed. So the compile will jump directly to the else code and will give us on the screen good evening. So as you can, I hope you understand the if-else statement. Please leave me a comment if you didn't understand something, and do not forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much and see you in next video.